Hi and welcome to my first origami video. In this video I'm going to teach you how to fold Fluffy, a very beautiful cat designed by Roberta Greta and me. And so here we go. So I'm going to put Fluffy to a side. So to fold this cat we need an A4, I'm going to get Fluffy out of the way there, A4 piece of paper, and so to start I'm going to fold it in half. So I'm going to put this edge on this edge. And make a nice clean crease. So just for ease here I'm going to rotate this. So now my join is on the left and it's open up on the right. So I'm going to take the first layer and place it along the fold we've just made. Once we've done that, I'm going to turn it over and do the same on this side. I find it easier to fold from the right, but it doesn't really matter. Try and be as precise, but it's okay. So at the moment we've got this zigzag here. So keeping that nice and flat, going to open up this first flap. And you can see here that there's a valley fold running in the middle. I want to place this tip of the paper onto this valley fold and starting from this corner over here. So all I'm going to do is bring that over, secure my tip here, so a nice point, and bring this tip onto here. So I'm happy, press down. So a nice clean crease. I'm going to turn the whole thing over and do the same on this side. So open up the first fold, so you see your valley, and take this corner onto this crease from here. Okay, so now I'm going to open it up so that this is a mountain fold and we have two valleys and then the edge of the paper. So if I open up these two flaps, you can see that we have these valley folds. Now I want to make valley folds here and here so that this is an X. To do that, I'm going to start from this corner of the paper and I'm going to bring this all the way down so that this corner is placed on the mountain fold from here. So what's happening now is this point is aligning on the valley and this on the mountain. So once I have those, I'm going to press down only halfway. So I only want to crease to this mountain fold, so just to there. When I open this up, you can see the X. And now I want to create one here. So the same process, taking the left side over, applying pressure to the right corner, and when it aligns, folding just this half. When I open this up, you can clearly see the two X's. Now I'm going to refold the initial creases, so just by pushing this together, my zigzag appears again with this as the mountain fold. So pushing this together and lying it down on the right. We want to use this crease that we folded before as a hinge. So we're going to bring down this first layer of paper, and using this crease we already have, if I apply pressure here, you can see that this collapses. Okay, so all we did is brought this forward. Once we've done that, we're going to turn it over and do the same thing here using this crease. So I can use my finger from behind to push down. Okay. Now we're going to open from inside, so you can't see anything more. Everything that we've just folded is behind. And now we're going to concentrate on the body of the cat. So wherever you place this bottom line here, either to the top, this point or these are 3 reference points that you can use, or anywhere along this vertical crease. At the end of the video I can show you what different dimensions result in. At the moment we're going to fold just a very simple basic cat. So we're going to take this bottom edge and we're going to use these 2 reference points. So taking all of the paper up, we're going to put them, these corners, on these 2 reference points, and we're going to fold down and make a nice crease. There you go. We're going to open that up, and now we're going to use this crease to push down this inside of the face. This is the face from behind. You'll see it appear in a minute. So we're going to push that down to this crease. And we're going to use the centre one to fold that inside. So we've just popped these so that now the face goes inside. So it's the same on this side and on this side. Now what we're going to do is, actually it's easier this way, sorry. I'm going to fold this edge, so this is where the flap is on the outside, to the outside. So my face is in the middle there, and I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to fold it all the way up to here, where this face, well, it's not really a face, but where the paper joins here, that's where I'm going to stop. When I get to there, I'm going to show you the next step. We have this crease here that we can see. I want to put this edge of the paper along that crease. So from this point, I'm going to work the paper down with my fingers and really press down nicely here. So that's what I've done there, applied that. And then I can bring the face down, and this vertical line will join this edge of the paper. So if I show you from behind, this is what it looks like. So now, if I actually press down, I can turn this over, and we want to do the same thing here. So I'm going to fold back, and I can see my first side, so that is like a guide, so I can see that I'm going to stop here. Sometimes the paper kinks, that's fine, just push it back, and we want to do the same here. So just using that crease behind here, apply that. This is to make a symmetrical face. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I'm just showing you at this point the most easiest way. So then we can apply this crease down. That's a nice reference. And so if I show you from behind, you can see this arrow. So we've done the same thing on both sides. Back to the front of the model, you can already see the cat face here. I'm going to concentrate on the body. So I'm going to use my thumb to open up this main bit of paper, just up to the tip, so that I can see this horizontal crease. So I'm going to pop that up, so that's a nice sharp crease. And we want to create a valley fold here and a valley fold here. So to do so, I'm going to take the edge of the paper and line it up with this fold. So taking it from behind, and I'm only going to pinch it down, fold it down to here, so halfway. If I open that up, you can see my valley fold. Now I want to do one here. So the same thing from behind, so when I open that up, you can see these two valley folds. If I turn it over, I'm going to press down on the main mountain fold here. And if I squeeze this together, you can see that these are my two mountain folds. And this is how the cat's going to stand up. So with my left hand, I'm going to push back on this area here. And with my right hand, just keep this base and gently push in. So I haven't squashed it all the way. You can do, I like it when it's a bit rounded here. So just use your fingers here to push back. And you can see that it already stands up by itself. So this is the tail, and so to deal with the tail we want to break the rigidity of it. So you can use your thumb as I am. I'm keeping this finger here as I don't want it to fold completely flat and squash. So I'm just using my thumb to break the paper a bit. You can also use a pen and run it up and down to crease. This is just shaping, so you can decide how curly you want your tail. Once you're happy with that, you can roll it with your fingers so that it rolls up nicely and is more cat-like. So back onto the face. The last bit is just to stop this from being a wide open gap. There's a lot that you can do to the face, but the most simplest thing is to take the point of the ear onto this vertical edge here, roughly 0.5 centimetre or a few millimetres up, so that tip is on there. I'm going to fold that down and make a nice crease. And I want to do the same on this side, so I can see that roughly that's where that was, and squash down. So now I'm going to open what we've just done, and instead I'm going to use the first fold. I'm going to squash it down completely, so using that first fold. And then the last fold we just did, I'm going to reverse, so it's going to go this way instead. So all the way down first and then up on the last fold. This now suggests eyes, the shadows, without having this open thing that was there before, you see. So I'm going to keep that down. And now it's up to you. So this is the finished cat. So I think it's always nice to curl the ears or to do something with them, but you don't have to. So, you know, your cat can take on whichever expression you feel. So if I made a longer body, so you can see here, this is how big my body is. This is a much taller one. The cat stands rather tall. You can see there, hopefully. And here is one where the tail is curled around the body completely. So to do so, I've used, sorry about that, a much shorter body. You can see here how short my body is, a really long tail, and then because the tail is made up from all of these folds of paper, if you get to the centre, it's basically divided into two big bits. You can curl that around the whole of the body and then put this chunk of paper into this pocket, like so. So here you can see it's a nice curled up cat. So you can experiment with different expressions, different sizes of bodies, and enjoy making your own little fluffy cat. If you enjoyed folding this model as much as me, you may also be interested in my new book, Origami for All: Elegant Designs from Simple Folds. You can find out more about the book on its website, and thank you very much for joining me.